if I can't change it, the only intelligent choice I have if I want to be happy is to accept it. I learned something in my training from my manager called the 5-minute rule. And he said that when you're out there in the field, you're gonna have disappointment, you're gonna have rejection, you're gonna set a goal for the week, you're not gonna hit it, you're gonna hit it, and then have the order cancel. Like, he's like, you're gonna deal with a lot of stuff. It's a microcosm for life. And he taught us what he calls the 5-minute rule. He said, so when things go wrong, we have a rule. It's okay to be negative, but not for more than 5 minutes. Give yourself 5 minutes, set your timer on your phone. He would literally teach us, set the timer. You get 5 minutes to bitch, moan, complain, cry, vent, punch a wall, whatever. And after 5 minutes, you take a deep breath and say 3 really powerful words, can't change it. And it's simply an acknowledgement that I can't change what's already happened. So there's no value in wishing it were different. So for example, traffic is usually a low level of adversity. If you're running late and you leave late because you woke up late or kids were whatever it was, you hit traffic. What's the response normally?
Frustration.
I'm stressed, I'm frustrated, right? And we literally spend the entire drive. So let's say it's normally a 30-minute drive to work and it takes us 45 or whatever because of traffic. You live in LA, you know it better than anybody. But we spend that entire 45 minutes literally killing ourselves, right? Being that we're stressed out, we're tense, we're frustrated, we're riding the car in front of us. Like, does that work? That doesn't move them, right? You know? And I realized that, so people think, well, I'm upset because of this thing. We always have something to point to. Of course I'm angry, look at what she did. Of course I'm sad, look at what I lost. Of course I'm frustrated, I need to be at work in half an hour and this is gonna take me 45 minutes, right? We think it's the thing. We always point at the thing. And when I realized it's never the thing. It's our resistance to the thing. So when I was like anybody, I hit traffic and I'd be frustrated or upset or, mad at myself that I left late or mad at the person that made me late or whatever. And then I went, wait a minute. I actually used to have these wristbands that said can't change it that I used to give out to high school students after my speeches. And I'd be driving and I'd see my wristband and go, oh yeah, wait, this applies, I can't change traffic. I would take a deep breath and I would just go, I'm gonna enjoy the ride. And I would turn the radio on and enjoy. And so all of a sudden, traffic had zero control over my emotional state. And so whether it's traffic or it's being in a horrific car accident, we are completely in control of our emotional state. And the key that unlocks the door to emotional invincibility, if you will, is acceptance. It's accepting. Now we say this to the audience. They go, how many of you think this is really a powerful idea? It makes a lot of sense, but it's easier said than done. And everybody's hand goes up like, yeah, this is crazy, right? I get it, but I can't do that. And it's because we're not addicted, but we've programmed ourselves over our entire lives. The way we respond to adversity is the way we respond to adversity. When I first learned this, I thought, 5 minutes? I'm not gonna stop being upset because a timer goes off. And 5 minutes is not enough time. Can I get like a 5-hour rule? For some things like a 5-day rule. And here's what happened. When I remember, I can literally picture it. I was in my apartment and I had a lady cancel her appointment. And I had hit my goal for appointments for the next day. It was like at 9 at night, so it was too late. I couldn't fit that appointment. And no, I can't believe she canceled. I needed that. I've got this goal for the week. Set my timer for 5 minutes and I'm pacing around my apartment. I'm frustrated and I'm in my head. Why would you do that? I'm just going on and on. And the timer went off and I go, I'm still pissed off. Just like I thought, 5 minutes isn't enough. And I snooze, I hit the timer again, went for another 5 minutes, did that a couple times, right? Here's what happens. Once you start practicing this mindset and you become aware, because eventually you get to a place where it might have taken me 10 minutes, maybe 15, but eventually I go, all right, I guess my manager, my mentor is right. I can't change that right? The emotions eventually die down, time heals all. And eventually you go, okay, I'm gonna accept it. I can't change it. I only have 4 appointments tomorrow instead of 5. I'm gonna just get on the phone in the morning. It is what it is, right? And now I'm at peace because I accepted it. It took me 15 minutes, but I accepted it. And now I'm teaching myself, I'm elevating my consciousness, my awareness that, I actually am in control of the emotional pain I experience. When I get to acceptance, I'm at peace. I'm at peace now, right? And so after a few weeks, maybe less than a few weeks, I remember, and I can picture same apartment, near the same phone. The difference was this was a worse adversity in the sales role, which is it was the Sunday night, orders were due Monday morning, and my biggest order of the week that I had just seen like 3 hours before. It was the biggest order I'd ever had. I'm brand new, 3 weeks into the career. She calls at 9 at night and says, hey, my husband came home. He was super upset that I spent that much money on knives. I have to cancel the order. And I'm like I'd already, in your mind, if you're in commission, you spend the money, right? You're like, oh, I just made $1,000. I'm gonna buy this and that, right? I hit my goal, great. I've already celebrated the win. And now she just took it away from me. And I'm like, no. I'm trying to talk, I'm like, oh, are you sure? I mean, you get a 15-day trial? And I get off the phone and I set the timer for 5 minutes. Now, this is much worse than a couple weeks earlier when of an appointment canceled. This is the biggest order I've ever had the night before orders are due. And I set the timer for 5 minutes. And I go, I can't believe she canceled. Like, oh my God, and now I don't hit my goal. What am I gonna do? I mean, I guess I can't change it. I just gotta get on the phone and make more calls. And I pick up my phone and there's 4 minutes and I can see the phone. There's 4 minutes and 32 seconds left. And I go, why don't I just accept it now? What's the value in me feeling bad about it for another 4.5 minutes? And I turned it off and I go, can't change it. And I felt at peace. And then where that evolved to, so step 1 is the 5-minute rule. Give yourself the buffer to feel it. Step 2 is get to can't change it as fast as is healthy for you, right? Don't rush it, but get there as fast as you can. And then the third step, the third evolution of this mindset is accept life before it happens. Now, to be really clear, Tom, I believe every emotion serves a purpose. I believe we should grieve. I feel sadness, there's a purpose in anger. Every emotion serves a purpose, but only to the point where it's beneficial for us. And most people, their emotions control them to the point of detriment, which is once you've practiced it for a few weeks and you go, oh, I don't ever have to feel any unhealthy emotional pain. Whenever you get there, you're free. You're liberated from the emotional pain that resistance creates.